tick like you a clock. Once upon a time you arched up and broke your back. Once upon a time you used to love what you were act. Then me tell you say me love you but me want you back. Yeah, the way you.
Welcome back to my channel. It's Imani, and today we're gonna have a story time about the time that he, as in he, my boyfriend at the time, basically touched me, and I took a morning after pill because I thought I was pregnant. Okay. Guys, I was young. Let me tell you this disclaimer first of all. My mother used to fill up my head with a bunch of foolishness. Mommy, if you're watching this, you're the reason I did this. So basically, like she used to tell me, if I kiss anybody, I'm gonna get herpes and bumps all over my lip and all kind of foolishness, right? So this was my first boyfriend. I was probably about 14 at the time, right? I had met him on actually Facebook. And for all the people that don't know, I went to a all-girls high school. And so, like, the way we used to meet up is, mommy, cover your ears. But me and my friends, we used to leave school in the afternoon. And we would go to a place called Half a Tree. Half a Tree is in Jamaica. I went to high school in Jamaica. And so Half a Tree is basically like the meeting up spot for everybody when you leave school to go home. So I met up with my boyfriend one day at the time, and he had convinced me that day to come to his house. Now, at that age, I'm not thinking, oh, I'm going to my man's house to do anything or whatever. First of all, I was a virgin at the time. I don't know. I was just like, okay, I'm finna hang out with my boyfriend behind my parents' back today. So, me go with my boyfriend to him house, right? And we're there. And you know, get comfortable or whatever. So his mom wasn't at the house at the time. Yeah, his mom wasn't there. And then, like, we went in his room, and honestly, we weren't even doing anything. We're literally just chopping it up, talking, blah, 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 blah. Then he asked me if I had had my first kiss before, which I did. I wasn't really, like my first kiss wasn't no... nothing to write home about, okay? So it was probably like that's it, right? So that's all I had done. So he was just like, can I kiss you? So I was like, okay. So then him kiss me or whatever. And then, you know, him start to rub on you and whatever. And me, nervous. Me, I catch heart attack. Me, full of goosebumps because me never had done something there before, right? So him touch me, blah, blah, blah. Him touch my breast. Me say, me come in like me just did one faint. Come in, it was like I was literally about to faint. So no, him put him hand down there or whatever, and he literally just touched it for like 2 seconds. And I was like, I don't want to do it anymore. Because guys, you have to remember that I was really young in this video. That's all he did or whatever, and then I was just like, I want to leave or whatever, and I just go home. So that day when I went home, right, I started looking up on my laptop pregnancy symptoms because mama telling her, kill me dead, you know, pregnant now, you know, pregnant breed gone. My mother going to kick me out because your girl is pregnant, breeding, I carry belly at this point. So I start Google pregnancy symptoms, blah 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 blah. I start googling pregnancy symptoms and all of that stuff. I'm like, how do I know I'm pregnant? What are the symptoms of being pregnant? Blah 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 blah. Foolishness, right? So I'm there, you know, and you know when you read on certain things, it's almost like you induce yourself. That's literally what happened. All of a sudden, I want to throw up. I feel tired and fatigued. Every pregnancy symptom that you could think would come on was happening to me because in my head, he touched me and your girl is pregnant. That night, oh my gosh, guys, I felt so guilty. Like I wanted to go to my mother and tell her, but I was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna get in trouble, like don't be stupid or whatever. The next day I was talking to him and him just as fool as me, and I'm telling him how I feel like I'm pregnant and blah 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 because you know he was touching me down, he touched me down there, and I just feel weird, right? And he's just like, don't worry or whatever. My sister, at the time he had an older sister, like my sister always tell me that she take these pills when she do anything and I'll bring it for you and you're going to be good. So I'm like, there's a pill that I can take to actually like make me not pregnant. Like, give it to me, like now. So he meet me at my school that day, give me the pills, whatever. So these pills, guys, it wasn't even a morning after pill what I'm giving, it was literally birth control. Sir, what was that going to do? Anyways, I'm gonna take the pill them, I'm gonna go home. And the whole of that day, I was like dodging my mother, because I'm pregnant. So I go in my room and I take the pill, right? And guys, I started taking the pill for, let's say I took like one the next day, and I took one like the morning the next after. I got to school now. Hear this story now, how, because a rumor ended up spreading at my high school that I was pregnant. I went to school the next day and we're in PE, physical education class. And I had told my friends about, let me think, did I tell them? Yes, I had a close group of friends at the time that I had told that I had went over there and what had happened and that I took a pill or whatever. They were just like, my girl, you're not pregnant. But in my head, nobody can tell me nothing. Better safe than sorry. Your girl got this under control. I don't care what y'all want to say. Okay? So then we're in PE class. And my best friend, I don't know I can't remember what exactly happened. But she ended up ramming her head into my stomach really hard, right? And I don't know if it's because I had taken the birth control or whatever, but I went to the bathroom and then like I was bleeding a little bit, right? Remember guys, nothing went inside me or anything. So it probably was either a side effect of the birth control, or I don't know what it was, because I never had done anything. So I went in the bathroom and I was bleeding, right? So then, not a lot of bleeding. I mean like one little spot or whatever. It could have even been not from anything. It was like one little boop, one little drop. So then I went and I told my best friends like, hey, or whatever, this is what happened or whatever. No, because we're all children. All my friends are thinking no, that I actually had sex and I did not tell them. So some of them were mad, if my memory served me right. And then there was this one girl in the group. She was so nosy and she just always wanted to be a part of some kind of group that all she would do is tell a bunch of lies. Okay? She was a big fat liar. This girl took the story and literally ran with it. Like, she see the story, yeah? She take it and she run with the story. And she went and she told a bunch of people that clearly she wasn't a good friend, but anyways, she's for another story. But she took the story and she went to a bunch of people and told them how I had sex and lost my virginity, and I took a pill to kill the baby, and my best friend, when she hit her head in my stomach, it was to help to kill the baby. What? Yeah, that's she say. One big fat lie. So then, I'm gonna tell you, that rumor took off. Everybody in my year group was saying how I was pregnant, and either I was pregnant or I was pregnant and I lost the baby. And everything spread or whatever. And honestly, that was the first time in my life that a rumor had ever spread about me. So I was really insecure about it. I felt like everybody was watching me and everybody was looking down on me. Some of my friends, like, honestly stopped talking to me the way they used to, or they started to treat me differently because they thought I was pregnant, and at that time being pregnant so young was looked down against, right? So eventually, like, let me see, how did that end? Eventually the rumor just basically died down. But in regards to the girl, when I had found out that she was the one that had spread the rumor, basically I made my big cousin come up to the school and she gave her a talk, and she never tried it again. Because at the time I was Freddy, but my cousins were not. So a bitch had back it is, so what you gonna do, ho? Exactly. But anyways, the point of the thing is that the guy touched me. I took birth control to kill the baby, and I wasn't pregnant. So that's it for this story time today, guys. It was a quick story time. I just wanted to share a little story from my past teenage days with you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications because we love to have you here. Anyways, guys, have a good night.